Welcome guys, I'm going to be answering some questions you have for me about this new table scraper. We're going to be geeking out about the design parameters, why I built it the way I did, and basically going over the whole design concept and why this tool is actually pretty cool, even though it's really simple looking. So the first question is, why didn't you sharpen that blade? It looks awfully dull. When we compare it to a normal chisel, which a lot of you guys use to remove BBs, and you look at the cutting geometry, it comes to a sharp point, it's an acute angle, and this is designed for cutting. And what happens if you try to use this tool on a table like this, you can actually dig into the base material of your table, and you'll actually cut not only the table and the BB that you're trying to remove. So if you look at this one right there, if I tried to scrape that off, what ends up happening is I've just now cut into my corner of the table because that's what this is designed for. It also is a weak spot, which means that corner doesn't have a lot of material supporting it, so it could chip because weld BBs and slag are awfully tough. So this is a bad geometry. It's very similar to a woodworking chisel. This likes to dig into the work surface and make a chip. We're not trying to cut our surface off, we're trying to plow it off. What we want is a scraper, not a cutter. And that's why this is blunt. So you do have a sharp edge, it's just a 90-degree corner. And it works a lot like a punch tool. This is a 90-degree corner. It's extremely durable, tough. Even though it's 90 degrees, it's not sharp, it can still cut. Or a lathe tool. This is a negative geometry cutter, awfully strong, durable, and can take a pounding. So that is why that is not sharp. It's also reversible, so you can cut on both sides. So let's talk about some of the design choices that I made on the handle. And the first thing is that it's made from stainless steel. Why did I choose stainless steel? Corrosion resistance. If you wanted to put this in your service truck and have it bounce around, it's not going to get rusty. It is just going to look like this for its rest of its life. It's actually pretty strong. It takes a beating. It doesn't want to bend. Anybody that's tried to bend stainless steel knows that it's just really tough material to bend. The next thing is that it's heavy. This thing weighs, sheesh, little over a pound, and it has the mass that when you get it accelerating to knock the slag or the BBs off the material. Why is it not round like a screwdriver, much like this is round? This has actually 4 flats on it, and that's by design because you need to index the scraper with your hand. I can feel where the blade edge is with my fingers, and then because it's a chipping hammer, I can tell which rotation is in but just by feeling it in my hands. If it was round like this one, I could close my eyes and not tell you where the cutting edge is. So just by feel, I know which orientation that cutter is at. So that's where the flats are there. You guys said that I need to put a hole in the back to hang it up. And there's a spot there for you guys to drill a hole. I just choose not to put it there for 2 reasons. So if there was a piece of slag or something stuck and you were to hammer on the end of the handle, over time that will probably start squishing the hole and causing a weak spot. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. If you want a hole there for a lanyard, drill a hole. If you're that type of guy who might want to hammer or pound on the end, I'm leaving that solid for you. That's why I've decided to leave the hole out. So you're probably asking, when does this blade need to be replaced? Well, what will happen is this 90-degree corner will start to roll over and just get more rounded, which will then stop your cutting action. If you have a way to dress it on a really good belt grinder and keep it flat, or a surface grinder, you could dress this edge. But if you don't, this blade is replaceable and they're not that expensive, and you can bolt a new one on and keep going. This should last you months and months. You can get a lot of scraping, especially if you use it every day. So it's not something you really need to change that often. It's not like a razor blade. This thing will last you a long time. But when the time comes, you can replace it. I know a lot of you guys are concerned that this tool is, well, maybe overpriced or too expensive. And expensive is a relative term. Being a manufacturer, I want to give you guys quality first. I would love this to be $5 and basically almost give it away, but I can't do that. So what I have to do is make the best tool possible, and I made this tool for me. So if I could check off all the boxes of what I want the best handle material, stainless steel. I want the best cutting edge. This is a tool steel. I have 2 months in developing this blade and going through a whole bunch of testing to give you the best blade material. So there's that, and just the overall style and construction. I want this tool to last you guys for a lifetime. So there's no sacrifice in quality. This is also made in USA, so that comes with an extra price tag, being able to manufacture something here in the States. And it's something that you guys ask me for, and I'm trying to give you that. So that's why this tool is a little bit more pricey than your standard, I don't know, something off the shelf at Home Depot. So if you guys would like to purchase my scraper, please visit fireballtool.com. If you have more questions about the build, construction, design, or quality, or just about anything, please leave them down below and I'd be happy to answer them for you. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.